Welcome to the Glass Bowl in Toledo, Ohio, home to the Toledo Rockets. A full house is in store, and so too, a terrific matchup in this one. The Ragin Cajuns will kick it away to start us off. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. The Rockets offense is on the field for the first time today. And this guy feels like a throwback. Back in the day, the running backs were always the star. This guy fits that mold.
And he can do a lot of different things, too. He's not a one-trick pony. This guy can tote the rock. He can catch the ball. He can block. We might even see him throw the ball in this game. This is a jack of all trades.
Finds his man. It's Sampson. They make the stop right there. Good pickup, but still short of the first down.
Great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he can see he had him. He completes it for the first time.
They get him at the 42, but he picks up 10 there.
Man, who says you can't run the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks, I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You can tell the speed, the wheels, does a great job getting down the field, making a huge rushing play.
And chunk plays on the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. He's getting the field. It's Powell. Quickly complete. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down. And the Rockets getting set on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Soft spot in the middle. He makes the catch. He's knocked down immediately, but they'll have a goal-to-go situation from the 8.
It's really hard when you get in those predictable situations. Defenses are sitting on the sticks. Receivers have to understand where that first down marker is. Heads up play, nose for the first down marker. Get in there and get it.
And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense where now they got a manageable situation.
I think coming into this season, they thought in order to have success, we have got to be able to run the ball and get this guy going. He hasn't scored yet this year, but a golden opportunity right now to finally break the seal.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and I tell you what, I love the run game down here. I love being able to give it to a back and be able to trust him. Listen, he didn't have any touchdowns on the season, so I know he's wanting to punch one in. And down here, giving me the opportunity. Let me prove myself, so I love the big fella getting the football.
They're trying to slam it in. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown,
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10, 15 plays. He didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine during this game offensively.
about to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He's got great speed. Oh, what vision. He is electric in the return game, and that one has the offense set up nicely. So Louisiana's offense will have its first possession of the game. I know what a weapon he is on the outside, but stretching the field against this dude in the secondary will be a challenge.
And just some safeties have it, the awareness, the ability to see the ball, to break on the football, and he's one of those guys.
This QB better be looking this safety off. You can't just trust your receiver's going to out-athlete him every time you throw him the ball, because this safety is a different breed.
They go to the ground. And the Ragin Cajuns will move the sticks.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Looking to move it through the air. They've got got the screen set up. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul, roughing the passer, defense.
So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty. Quick pass on the jet motion. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a...
Moving toward the end zone, and fumble! Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it.
You know, oftentimes when you're playing in conditions like this and it's raining, you'll see a lot of the skill players offensively take off the gloves because they want to be able to feel the football. They think it gives them better control of it. I don't know if that played into the football going on the ground there, but you know that ball security is going to be one of the biggest factors in this game moving forward.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The give to the tailback. Burrows his way for a couple. He's out to the 8.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But you got to do a great job game tackling because this is a guy that can break tackles and turn those types of plays into home runs.
And the ball is intercepted. Touchdown, Cajuns. What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that pump and secure it. Get you a touchdown.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
And works it to the 40-yard line. That'll be a first down. And this junior quarterback shows you why the scouts love that big arm of his. The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. To the ground with the back. And he'll pick up one. It brings up 2nd and 9.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about airing that puppy out.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking for a man. It's Powell. Finds his back in the middle. And he's almost to that first down marker there, saying he's a little bit short. They might want to bring out the sticks and measure, but it looks as if he'll be just short of the first down. 3rd and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. That'll be enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 48.
I don't need it to be pretty. I just need my inches. 3rd down in inches. Nice job by getting the first down. Always fall through. Play physical. Don't get east and west. Stay north and south. Nice job by the running back.
It's been punch, counter punch throughout the early part of this game as we take a look at the first quarter stats. They fought to a standstill in the first. Let's see who gets the edge early in the second. The Rockets are on the move. Trying to beat them to the left. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
And, you know, when we talk about great third down defenses, it really starts with them getting stops on first and second. You've got to get those stops early in the drives to set up 3rd and long, so that's a missed opportunity on that second down by this defense.
They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30.
This defense really is on their heels. They've been on the field now for a long time on this drive, and they're just getting pushed around at the point of attack up front like we saw in that last play.
Fires deep toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Toledo. And it looks as if they buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. The play will stand.
Man, really nice job attacking the middle of the field. You see those safeties, man, I want to split them. He splits it right down the middle, throws that post, right on the numbers, catches the ball in the end zone, touchdown.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, baby.
There's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute and you've got to lock in.
And here comes the offense on second down. Receivers often will run their route based on the side adjustment. Caught over the middle. It's Pena.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You can tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
Pinned just inside their own 20. They need to convert on 3rd and short. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down's cut. The Raging Cajuns will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. Fair catch just inside the 40. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Looking to throw, it's Powell. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And a big-time grab there. Knocked down immediately, but not before he gets it to the 40. Here comes the offense on 1st down. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Some belief in that running game as they pick up 5 to the 35-yard line.
I like it. Just frustrate the defense. Get that 5 to 6 yards. Make them honor the run. Make them know that you're willing to run the football and run it effectively.
Throws for the tight end. Got him downfield. And he picks up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. And the Rockets will have it 1st and 10. From the gun, the running back has it. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. Wants to fire on 2nd down. He wants it all. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Ragin.
One of the areas they really focused on for this receiver in the offseason is we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play just like he did right there for 6 points.
The 1st down for the offense. Slings it downfield. Complete to the right. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. Ripped off a chunk on the opening play of this drive. Now it's 1st down from the 48. And And he's finally ushered out of bounds, but not before. He makes a good gain.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front. But they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurt. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate in his pass.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Snap's going to come from the 23 on 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. Bulldoze ahead. He's down at the 18 after picking up 5.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple of carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that run.
Pulled down after a pickup of 5. A statement run in the red zone to the 13.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to drive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
And the Ragin' Cajuns get it past the sticks.
3rd and inches, everybody knows what's coming, but it's so dang hard to stop. And you better get penetration with that defensive line. They didn't do a good enough job. Running back falls forward and does his job.
They've moved it into scoring territory. 1st and 10 from the 11. Power football with the run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Louisiana.
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The Rockets offense is back on the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth, and I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every 3rd down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. You can't let our serve get broken.
The offense setting up shop at the 46, 1st and 10. He wants to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Sampson. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. Now it's a first down from the 43-yard line. He's going to pass. Moving out of the pocket. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Offense gets set for 2nd down. To the air, it's Powell. Coming after him. And the quarterback was trying to extend the play, and the defense brought it to a close. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down. The Rockets decide to punt it away. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the punt hits ground at the 2 and goes into the end zone. He just missed, pinning them right in the shadow of the goalpost. It'll come out to the 20. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin' Cajun offense headed to the field. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with the young fella on the sideline. Like, what are you comfortable with right here? We can run, maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Crosses the 45. Hit the afterburners, kid. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break.
And you see so many of these plays now in today's football. Wide receiver coming in motion, and the quarterback catches it, just flips it forward. That's a completed pass. You see the big plays where it just lets him get on the edge really, really quickly. And if he drops the football coming in motion, it's just an incomplete pass. These plays are getting big plays with really no risk.
Picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that ball.
To the air on 1st down. He'll off one deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Gentlemen, what else is new? A spirited environment there in Toledo. And there is no better place to start this halftime than by reviewing how this wideout has been a one-man wrecking crew. The kid's been everywhere. And I love how he's willing to go across the middle, but that he also has the jets to burn these DBs on the default. If this defense wants to actually come back in this one, they better hide his cleats.
And the Rockets will kick it away to start the second half. From inside his own 15, let's see how far he can get. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. Off the RPO, complete. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
Nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the defense.
They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
I know the passing game sells and the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Complete on 3rd down. He'll have enough for the 1st down, and they stop him at the 45. The Ragin Cajuns have their offense in high gear. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Got his man quickly. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the 1st down.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Looking to the big tight end. And they can't make the play on 3rd down. And the Ragin Cajuns will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. And that is an excellent punt as it lands out of bounds inside the 10-yard line. Guys, let's see what Toledo can get done on offense this time. Let's see what they can get going on this drive as they snap it from the 7. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30.
Nice confidence by the QB. Good throw over the middle of the field. Nice little strike down the field for a big play. Listen, you got to throw it where it's open. And he found a slot, found
throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They're bringing heat. And they got him for the sack.
Well, it's been a little bit of a seesaw here the last two plays. Offense gets a chunk play, and then the defense gets a sack. Great job by the defense there, turning the page and coming up with the big one.
Motion from the offense. From the gun, the ground game. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And he can't find a receiver, and down he goes. The Rockets will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin Cajun offense headed to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, you're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attacking.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They've been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Pena. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to get it through the air. He's got his man. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a first down as they mark it at the 40. The Ragin Cajuns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle. Yeah, and I like the shot, the aggressive play down the field. We like throwing little jump balls up to my receiver, because usually the receiver makes the play and makes the defender look bad. Nice job by the defender getting a hand on it, tipping that ball away from the wide receiver.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Ragin Cajuns will call on their punt team.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Toledo has the ball. Here comes the offense. They'll have another opportunity to extend this lead after punting last time, David.
And it's important to put that punt behind you. It's over. Let it go. Get back to what you were doing that built this lead.
Yeah, and the defense, obviously, they won a few downs that last drive, so we got to put them on their heels here. Maybe mix up a few personnel groupings and try to show them some pictures they haven't seen.
Stopped after a pickup of 4. Good run to get it out to the 34. And that last run leaves him with a 3rd down. Will they keep it on the ground? Running back goes in motion. Back to throw. It's Powell. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Rockets will line up to punt it away. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse did. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth a chance to have another look. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. They've got the big fellas out there, a 3 tight end look on 1st and 10. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Finds the tight end. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them the first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Toledo has the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. From the gun, running back on the move. Staying physical in the red zone as he's pulled down after picking up 3 balls at the 14. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. To the ground to try to move the chain. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there.
I've been really impressed watching this guy carry the football. It's been a serious workload. They've been force-feeding him the rock throughout the course of the game. And what's most impressive, he's getting better as the game goes on.
Just hammer it with this running back again. He knows it his way into the end zone. They tackle more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Week in and week out, guys, you never know what's going to happen in college football. Check this out. UMass sure is making the flagship proud today. What a spectacular performance on the offensive side of the ball. They're up by 21 over the Royals. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. Trying to find his man on first down. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Gets it out quickly. Finds a crease at the 20. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. The Rockets have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. On the ground. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Toledo. No stick back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And the offense continues to run the football. The second rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Louisiana has it back, and the Ragin' Cajun offense headed to the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
He's going to pass on second down. Oh, looked upfield too soon and dropped the football, and it'll be third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Pressure coming. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down.
Another hit on the quarterback. All day long, this defense has been able to pin their ears back and get after this guy, and because of that, he's never gotten into a rhythm throwing the football, and that's why they find themselves trailing here late in the fourth quarter.
Hines is man enough for the first. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing, an easy conversion for this offense. The Ragin' Cajuns with the 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the right out. And that one's incomplete.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
He lost one down the sideline. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. A third and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. No hesitation at all. The offense stays on the field. They'll go for it. Quickly complete. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. And the Ragin' Cajuns are marching down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Going to try to get it himself. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And this will be the 9th play of the drive. Looking to go up top on first down. And his throw is incomplete.
At this point in the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And they'll drag it down after a good return on the interception.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Looking to throw, it's Powell. Finds his tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Getting some heat. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback.
I think if you're the head coach here, it's a bit of a mixed reaction to your passing attack so far in this game. You put up a bunch of yards throwing the football, you've lit up the scoreboard, but you've also given up 4 sacks. Pass protection has been a problem so far in this game.
Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you've got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let...
He's going to throw deep right side. And he makes the catch at the 10. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. The Ragin Cajuns will hustle to the line. On second down, he'll let it fly. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ragin Cajuns. He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. The Rockets offense is back on the field. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
After picking up a couple, it's second and 8. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Using that running game to bludgeon forward. He's got 4 down to the 35. It's third down now. They ought to be able to get off one more play before the 2-minute warning. Trying to pick up a first down. On third and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28. And the Rockets come to the line with a new set of downs. And with things in their favor on the scoreboard, the quarterback's favorite play in the playbook. The old kneel down from victory formation. You know, there's no real reason to panic, but if you think about it, when does panicking ever really help? But certainly this was a bitterly disappointing outcome.
And you can look at a lot of different statistics. I know we tend to overcomplicate college football these days, but guys, at the end of the day, it comes down to 2 very simple things. You can't turn the ball over, and you can't have penalties. You do those things, David, and it'll beat you every time.
That's the difference between winning and losing. It's the small things. And find those things that you need to improve on. Keep working on them. Keep developing. Those things you do well, let's do those. Let's do more of those things more consistently.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese.